And on we'll go.
Welcome to another episode of Boom or Bust, the draft show. Max Chadwick alongside PJ Clark, Tate, Sigworth, and Nick Merriam. Not a scouting report, a mock draft. The NFL regular season is now over, so we know the first 18 picks of the draft. So we're going to run through all 32 picks of the first round as they stand right now. Obviously, the playoffs, this is going to change from 19 to, or maybe 19 is going to stay the same. Sorry, Nick. Washington's probably just going to stick there. But 19 and 32 will all change. But we're going to go through as the draft stands right now. Of course, be sure to follow our Twitter and Instagram at BoomerBustDraft. We just posted our all-rookie team, so check that out below. We're on YouTube, obviously, if you're watching us. Anywhere you get podcasts as well. We launched our website where we have our own mock drafts, where each of us did a mock draft. Now we're doing a communal one. Other draft-related topics and articles, too. Be sure to check that out in the link below. And please like and subscribe to the channel. So how this mock draft will work. Each of us have 8 picks. PJ, Tate, and I each have 7 teams. Nick has 8. Evens out because PJ, Tate, and I had the 3 teams who have multiple first-round picks. PJ's a Jets fan. Tate's a Browns fan. Nick's a Washington fan. I'm a Steelers fan. But we thought it'd be more fun if we had the other guys pick for our team so we can get a little angry. And no trades are allowed. And this mock draft is how we'd draft as a general manager as it stands right now, not necessarily what we think will happen because none of us have sources. So let's read off how the mock went. And
we have our brains. We have our brains.
Yeah, it's enough. Tate, you're first with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, really difficult pick here. Thought about going Sean Wade, Ohio State corner.
All-American.
But ultimately, I'm going with the Jaguars will select Trevor Lawrence. Don't know if you heard of him. He's good at football.
Great.
Thank you. Cool. Thank you.
Good pick. Yeah, so with his second pick, I will not be going with Zach Wilson. I will be going with Justin Fields. Congratulations, PJ. You got a franchise quarterback in Justin Fields. I think he solidified that he's QB2 in that playoff game.
I don't, but it's fine. I'm okay with any outcome because all of these options are better than Sam Darnold, and I don't care. So I was picking third, the first of the 2 Dolphins picks. So this is 2 years in a row now where the Dolphins are kind of the fulcrum point of the NFL draft. Obviously, they took Tua last year. Here's the problem, folks. Tua Tagovailoa has been benched now down the stretch when Miami needed to win playoff games.
Oh, boy.
They do not trust him to win big games, and he pulled a stinker of epic proportions in Week 17 in a win-and-in game. Get me Mormon Mahomes.
Oh, my.
Zach Wilson is headed to Miami. The way I believe the National Football League should work is keep taking shots on the quarterback until you have one. I don't know if anybody gives up a 1 for Tua. I think at best you'd probably get a 2. But Zach Wilson is too good to pass up when you don't have a firm answer quarterback.
You are a Tua guy too, man.
He's a big Tua guy.
Listen. I don't know if it works with the system. Chan Gailey may or may not be fired.
Or he's bad. Wrong hand.
In any event, Zach Wilson is too good to pass up. Zach Wilson.
1, 2, 3 quarterbacks for the first time since '99. Wow. Okay.
Doing it.
And the question was whether I was going to make it 1, 2, 3, 4. And I could not pull the trigger. I figured that the Falcons. I don't know the Trey Lance fits what they have on offense really that well, so we're gonna go with Penei Sewell.
Sorry.
All right, and we're probably gonna slot Sewell in at guard for now because those tackles are still there and they're fine, but they're gonna be off contract.
You can't fault best player.
Best non-quarterback. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Penei Sewell going makes the Bengals pick a lot more complicated. The Bengals really screwed the pooch by falling down to 5 and
thank you, Ryan Finley. Very cool.
Yeah, absurd. So at 5, I think they're reaching pretty much everywhere you look here at this pick. Ultimately, I went with Kwity Paye.
Absolutely terrible.
Edge rusher.
This guy made fun of the Trey Lance potential at 4.
Listen. I think it's a reach in everywhere you look at the Bengals pick if Penei Sewell's off the board. So I don't love it. I'll say that.
Listen, if you love Kwity Paye, I emoji for next week. Just saying that. I emoji Kwity Paye next week. So this Eagles pick, this is an easy pick for me. I know
Trey Lance.
Nope, not Trey Lance. I don't love Jalen Hurts. I don't know if he's the guy yet, but Nick said this when we were doing the draft. We need to surround him with the pieces to find out if he's the guy or not. So for that reason, I'm giving him Jamar Chase. They just took Jalen Reagor last year. I know that, but this team desperately still needs wide receivers, and Jamar Chase is probably the best receiver since Amari Cooper in 2015. So I'm giving them
Greg
Jamar
Ward
Chase.
Not doing it for you, Max?
No, he's not. He's not. JJ
That's
Arcega-Whiteside was
actually
my
the
guy,
quarterback. That's the quarterback battle if Jalen doesn't work out.
Yeah, I guess Zach Sudfeld is moving the needle enough to not draft a quarterback in the top 6 for Philadelphia. I have the Lions at 7. Whole new regime, new general manager, new head coach. Obviously, we don't know who is going to be hired at any of these places except for likely Urban Meyer in Jacksonville, but we know what their pick is. So I'm going to take Trey Lance here. I would be surprised. I think it's best for both sides if Stafford kind of moves on, or if they move on from Stafford, rather. Give him a shot. New England, San Francisco, maybe Washington at a ring, and give him a real chance in the twilight of his career when he's still, an above-average quarterback.
Just listed a whole bunch of teams that are in a real fight for a ring.
Tua and Stafford rear guys, and you're kicking them out the door already.
No, I'm not kicking Matt Stafford out the door. I want Matt Stafford to go to San Francisco and be saved by Kyle Shanahan.
Hey, he named 2 teams that could win rings with the QB. All right.
Well,
Yeah.
he said the Pats and Washington in the ring conversation.
All right. I think a quarterback.
Washington with a playoff with a quarterbback is an even better playoff.
Devontae Smith is available, PJ. By the way.
Yeah, I'm aware. And quarterbacks are the most important position in football, not 170-pound wide receivers. So Trey Lance, my son, 7th overall.
2 horrible
I
picks to start the mock-off.
Love the Trey Lance pick, and it's unfortunate because it made the Panthers pick hard. So the decision was between a corner or Kyle Pitts. And positional value says, let's take Pat Surtain and hope the Panthers defense develops enough to be at least average next year.
That would make 8 straight defensive picks for the Carolina Panthers.
Which is awesome.
And they still need more.
And they still need more.
Thank you, Nick, for making my pick here much more difficult. I think it's, again, just like the Bengals pick. I think it's a reach everywhere you look.
Once again has gotten screwed.
Tate.
Surtain off the board. I think that's really the only Broncos pick I like. But I think they desperately need corner help. So I'm going to reach for Caleb Farley.
Okay. I don't mind that. We did a Caleb Farley video, by the way. Check that out. Cowboys pick. This was tough because I wanted to so badly employ the Chiefs strategy of just burn the world down offensively and take Kyle Pitts here. I couldn't do it. I thought about Asante Samuel Jr. He's my number 2 corner. I don't know. This is a little high for him too. This guy fell to 10, and he's tweeted about wanting to play for Dallas. And you know what? He got his wish. Micah Parsons, the top linebacker in the draft. I sneakily think Dallas kind of needs linebackers. Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch are not playing well this year.
Leighton Vander Esch is terrible. So
yeah,
that's fine.
And he's been injury prone too. Jalen Smith I still have faith in, but Sean Lee is. Replace Sean Lee with another Penn State linebacker. 2 Penn State linebackers now on Dallas. So that's going to be fun. Linebacker Micah Parsons going to Dallas.
Dallas needs every position on defense.
Yeah, Dallas. DeMarcus Lawrence is kind of good, I guess.
Yeah, and the top defensive player on the board still. So.
Okay, so number 11, I have the 6-10 New York Giants.
Playoff team.
Have no business caring about the playoffs. If you want to be in the playoffs, please win more than 6 games.
Giants fans hot in the comments.
Jalen Hurts was going to win that game.
This worked out for you because you pick 8 spots higher than you should be. So congratulations, and you are now in position to take Jalen Waddle. Would be my pick for the Giants here. I've liked them better than Smith this whole time. I think, as you've seen the last couple of years, the speedy wide receivers go before the possession guys. We literally saw it last year with the 2 Alabama guys. I'm taking the fast guy first. I just think Waddle's a better player, too, at the next level. So Jalen Waddle, Sterling Shepard, maybe Daniel Jones doesn't turn the ball over twice a game. We'll see what happens.
Pro Bowl tight end, Evan Ingram.
Jalen Hurts completed 35% of his passes, but, he would have won that game.
7 for 20 for 72 yards. Oh, yeah.
Totally. And an INT, too.
Yeah.
Anyways, Niners, our number 2 wide receiver is still on the board. And the Niners, I don't think, need receivers that badly. But I don't know. There's a quarterback here they would take, certainly. And I think Devontae Smith is at least a little bit different from what they already have at that position, gives him a little more of ability to stretch the field. So we're going to take him and make the offense even scarier.
Yeah, that I was thinking about Devontae Smith. I was surprised he made it to 13 because Mike Williams' contract's expiring in a couple years, and Hunter Henry's contract is expiring this year, which is why I was thinking about Kyle Pitts, but I'm not pulling the trigger. I did this in my mock draft too. Samuel Cosme, who we also did a scouting report on. Justin Herbert needs protection, man. I mean, their tackles. Bulaga is looked not great this year, and then Sam Tevi and Trey Pipkins are both bad. So you need protection, and I think Samuel Cosme is the best pass blocking tackle in the draft over Penei Sewell, I would even say. So I'm taking Cosme here at 13. I like the pick for Los Angeles.
All right, one pick. There's really only one correct answer. Vikings, Skol. I hope you're watching. He's a big fan on Twitter. For those who don't know, he's a close personal friend. Hey man, hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good holiday. But the Vikings are my pick, and I'm taking Rashawn Slater. Hope you're doing good.
See, like, I don't want to laugh at this because this is the correct pick. Like, this is a great pick.
He's a good player.
Too.
He is a very good player.
He's not just a guard. Like, he can play tackle.
It's a great pick. One of my favorite players in the draft. I know you're gonna get lambasted on Twitter for that, but I'm in.
That's right. I'm here.
And we'll make fun of you too, Tate, but just know secretly that we're with you on this.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So 15, the Patriots need a quarterback. I don't think Mac Jones is the answer. They need an offense because as bad as Cam was, he was throwing to Jacoby Myers and N'Keal Harry, whatever he is.
Gunnar Olszewski, is he still on that team?
Yeah, Gunnar Olszewski's still on the team. So I'm going to take my wide receiver, maybe two. Haven't finalized my board yet, but Rashad Bateman, welcome to New England.
Wow,
it's a good fit.
I do think it is a really good fit too.
Okay, over Pitts is surprising.
Kyle Pitts on the
Hey,
board.
Devin Asiasi caught a touchdown.
Oh, true.
All bets are off.
Is that the
Never mind, my
first
bad.
catch that either like Dalton Keene or Asiasi has caught?
I think it has to be. I think it.
Whatever. Cardinals, the offense is supposed to be good. O-line doesn't really matter because Kyler doesn't need a pocket, and the receivers, they've just thrown so many picks at and it doesn't work. So let's just throw more picks at pass catchers and give them Kyle Pitts. Maybe it'll work this year. I don't know.
I like that pick.
Yeah.
So the Raiders here at 17 was interesting. I know they just took Ruggs. I kind of think they need another receiver, but I couldn't do it here. And they also took Damon Arnett in the first round, and I think they do need another corner.
He's good.
I'm not really a big fan of any of their corners right now. So I'm going with my number 2 corner on my board right now, Asante Samuel Jr. in this draft. So in this pick right here, I like him. He's got the bloodlines. He's a really good run defender, really good tackler, also really, really good in coverage too. I think he could stick at outside, but I think Asante Samuel Jr., the Raiders need a corner, and Asante Samuel Jr. is one of the top 15 players on my board in my number 2 corner, so he slots in here.
Yeah,
He's a
that's
Gruden
fine.
grinder.
Yeah, he is a Gruden grinder. You know Gruden's gonna love the bloodline thing.
He does. Yeah.
So 18, this is the Dolphins' actual pick as their reward for having Tua blow them out of a playoff spot. So you have a quarterback now. I don't love the tackles when we
You
get
have a
past,
quarterback? You got 2 quarterbacks.
Well, you have a real quarterback now with Zach Wilson.
To a tight end.
Yeah, I went back and forth. I don't love the tackles at this point. I think there's a pretty steep drop off between Cosme and I guess Slater if you're playing him outside, then to the Darisaws and Eichenbergs of the world and Jalen Mayfield, whoever is in that next tier. So I'm going to give Brian Flores a toy. I think Brian Flores is a really good coach. Their linebackers are awful. I'm going to make Tate happy with this one. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah playing a little rover. I think this dude, whether we like it or not, is going to be a top 20 pick. So slot him in at 18. Let's get first.
Lucas Award winner.
Good.
Yes, over Zaven Collins.
They need safeties, and I think he might be a safety at the next level too.
Yeah, little rover type action.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked him to the Browns, but whatever. All right, Washington football team. Hello, Nicholas.
Hi, Tate.
Pondered on this one for a while.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah. Thought about tackle because it's, I don't know. Always could upgrade at tackle, but too many question marks at quarterback. Mac Jones still on the board. I think it's kind of a no-brainer. You got to go Mac here.
He does have 2 functional legs.
That's true.
which is
Although Alex
basically,
Smith has been like kind of decent.
Yeah.
4 yards a pass is nice. All right, the Bears are going to take Christian Darrisaw, and they're still bad.
I like Darrisaw too. I love Darrisaw.
I like Darrisaw a lot. He might be tackle 2 for me, and
He's close with Cosme for me. Yeah.
they just
Need a lot of help.
Can he play quarterback?
Can he
QB.
throw the ball?
And I just don't want to take Trask here.
Yeah.
I
No.
think he needs to sit behind
Yeah.
somebody good, like a Brady in Tampa for a little bit, and
For like 5 years,
this
or
team is in trouble unless
For
they
like ever.
drop some
Yeah.
weight, learn how to move. A lot of things that Kyle Trask has to work on. That gives me the next Jaguars pick. You have a quarterback named Trevor Lawrence. Again, don't know if you heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Decent football
We
player.
just posted a video on him. What are you
What
talking
hand
about?
does he throw in?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Right
Check out
up
the
here.
video from
We did.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Throws with the correct hand, Nicholas. Something Tua never learned how to do. But for the Jaguars pick, the second one here, I'm going with a tackle, Liam Eichenberg. PJ hates this pick, but I don't care. Got to get some protection for your new quarterback.
I mean, I don't hate the pick in that it's a tackle. I don't like him. So that's
Elijah,
fine.
baby.
Wow. Just going for him, PJ.
Not a fan.
All right.
Not a Liam Eichenberg guy.
Well, you can get your revenge, PJ, because you're coming up in the Browns pretty soon. But the Colts first. Again, I think they need a quarterback. Again, Trask, I would not take him here, especially after that horrible bowl game performance.
Guys, Jacob Eason is fine. He's gonna be
stop
okay.
it.
Oh God, they have- he was a 5-star. He was a
He was a
5-star.
5-star.
Get Brissett in there.
So this is you guys are gonna hate this. So this is my guy. I think they
boy.
need another receiver. I like Pittman. Ty is getting older and his contract's expiring soon.
Kadarius
good.
Toney, I agree.
Nope, I'm going with my guy, Tylan Wallace, who's going to go.
Lord.
This is the thing. You
At
watch this and say,
22, Max?
he's not going 22. He is
not.
absolutely 1000% not going
Okay.
22. He's going to go in
Okay,
the second
good.
round, but I would take him in the top 20. And he's my wide receiver 4 right now. I
Okay.
love Tylan Wallace.
So Max
He's my
is an
sleeper.
idiot. That's fine.
So,
Okay.
No,
great.
Indianapolis is going to have a lot of fun with him.
Okay. Cool. I have no other comment. So let's just move on.
ludicrous.
I have the Browns. I made Tate a very angry man in my mock draft, my written one on our website by taking Jalen Phillips.
Horrendous
There
pick.
there is a player that I think fits the Browns higher on my board than Jalen Phillips. I'm going J.C. Horn, who might at this point be my CB2. Physical dude, 6'1", built body, as you said, bloodline, Joe Horn's kid. Really showed out this year before he opted out after Muschamp got fired and the entire South Carolina program started burning in a dumpster fire. Denzel Ward is fine. Greedy Williams is kind of non-existent. Need somebody else on the outside there.
All right,
Corners
I
with
don't
bloodlines
hate
here.
this. We need secondary help. Stamp of approval, Peter.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so I got the Titans at 24, and one of my guys in this draft, not the guy for me. We'll get to him later, but Trayvon Morig is going to go to the Titans at 24. They probably
good
need
They
edge
need
or
everything.
corner a little more. Kevin Byard's there at safety. They also have it's like Kenny Vaccaro there or something. They have safeties, but I truly believe that Morig is one of those guys that can play as a third safety on any team, and that he could. I believe he could line up as an outside corner if he needed him to. I think he's just good in coverage everywhere, and every team could use a player like that.
Yeah, I think we're all big Morag guys here, so I don't think anybody has any qualms with that.
Ron Holland,
25.
safety one.
Oh boy.
Just saying. Just saying.
Okay, so
I guess
Max has
has
a
some
qualm.
qualms with that pick. Yeah. 25. We got the Bucks. I think this player here. Hold on, let me get my board up. Too bad I closed it. Nice one, Tate.
Thank you, Tate.
Best available player and also fits this team. Christian Barmore from Alabama, interior defensive lineman. I think this pick
Go watch the Notre Dame game.
would be a slam dunk. Yeah, he was unbelievable in that game.
If they get Shaq Barrett back, they're going to be fast up front.
Yeah.
Like scary.
So I have the Ravens, who desperately need offensive talent to surround a good J.K. Dobbins finish and whatever Lamar Jackson decides to be next year.
Running back.
Great player.
So Hollywood Brown, tiny little receiver guy, didn't want to double down with Kadarius Toney. So the best outside receiver left on my board is Chris Olave.
Love this pick.
So I guess I'm going with that. I do think it's a good fit. I don't know if
pick,
I don't
BJ.
think
Great
I don't
pick.
think he goes in the first round, but I like the fit.
Chris Olave
So-
is a first-round receiver. This is my column. This is my stance.
That's what I'm going with.
So
You might be right, Tate.
I have
I'm not on that train.
the second Jets pick here via Seattle. So
My pick, I took J.C. Horn away. That's who I want. So you got free reign.
I think
here.
you'll be really happy with this one, PJ. You guys have what? Jordan Jenkins, Terrell Basham, Bryce Huff, and Edge.
Well, Jordan Jenkins better not play another game in green and white for as long as I live. But continue.
So I am taking my Edge 2, who is absolutely 1,000% not making it to 27. Azeez Ojulari, who has been awesome this year for Georgia, one of the top pass rushers in the draft. PJ, when was the last time you guys had like a top tier pass rusher?
John Abraham when I was like 5.
And then when was the last time you had a top, franchise quarterback? So, Justin Fields and Azeez Ojulari.
Mark Sanchez.
Boom.
Brett Favre was gonna win the MVP until he separated his shoulder.
Okay,
we were
09?
8-3 in the 1 seed. Yeah, 2009.
So 2009 you got a
2 seasons.
2008.
franchise quarterback and a franchise pass rusher right here. So you should be really
Yeah,
happy with this.
no,
first
this
pick.
is if Azeez Ojulari falls to the Seattle pick, wherever the Seattle pick ends up, I on the live stream, I'm gonna do some stuff I might regret. So I'm in.
Looking
Right.
forward to that.
Well, we're still not on to my guy in terms of draft picks, but because unfortunately he slipped down the board a little bit due to unfortunate circumstances that
Say
we
it.
haven't got into yet.
Being bad.
Say
Well,
it.
we're going to take Kadarius Toney.
Kadarius time. Kadarius time.
I approve, Nick.
Kadarius
I
time.
approve.
Good time.
Steelers just draft receivers forever. They're so
Kadarius
good at
time.
developing them. And
Juju's gone. Juju's out of here.
don't pay
I
him
like
and
this
just Kadarius is. Every time I watch the guy, he
Kadarius
just
time,
moves up my
Kadarius.
draft board a little bit.
pick. The Jets are going to pay him.
Kadarius time.
Jets are going to pay Juju like they paid Le'Veon too. Just take
No,
every
no.
one of our head cases.
No, no,
Antonio
Corey
Holmes.
Corey Davis. Corey Davis. Corey Davis. Corey Davis. Corey Davis.
Okay, moving on from PJ's Jets. I don't know, whatever. Saints are up 29. Kyle Trask not going here.
I actually like this Kyle Trask fit as another receiver or as another quarterback that can't throw the ball downfield. You wouldn't have to
Yeah.
change a lot,
Sure,
which is nice.
that's true. That's true. That's a good point. But I'm not going to do it. Morig's off the board. I think that's who I mocked in my mock on the website. They did go Cesar Ruiz, interior offensive lineman, last year at the end of the first round, but I think they dip back into that pool again because they're still bad at that position. And it's kind of my guy, Wyatt Davis, the Ohio State, headed to New Orleans.
Garbage.
Not bad.
Got a not bad and I got a
interior
garbage.
lineman. Another
Trace-
interior lineman.
Trey Smith, gang. This
Love
post
it.
is sponsored by Trey Smith, gang. Okay.
So this Buffalo pick, Buffalo's a little tough, especially when you get late first round because obviously it's
Thompson Oswald
good. No, I'm not doing it. I'm actually going to go with. So Hamza is probably going to play linebacker. I'm going to go with another linebacker, Nick Bolton. I don't love what Tremaine Edmonds has shown so far in his 3 years. I know he's still young. He's only 22, but hasn't really looked that good. Nick Bolton, I think, is one of the best all-around linebackers in this draft. I think getting him at 30 in Buffalo's defense will be a lot of fun. So I'm going to go Nick Bolton, the Missouri linebacker, to Buffalo.
So 31 Packers. Kadarius has outplayed this spot. I think the Packers would be the ideal Kadarius landing spot. So Kadarius Toney is gone. So Nick took my guy. I'm taking his. Rondale Moore, welcome to Green Bay.
Oh, bro.
This is like the perfect match. Like, could you imagine this? Like, they would win the next 5 Super Bowls. They don't even need Aaron Rodgers.
Jordan Love, baby.
Jordan Love. Love. Throwing a Rondale. So yeah, I guess that would be fun.
You just gotta flip it to him. Just out route. That's Purdue has shown us.
Thank you, Purdue. Very cool. Yeah, Rondale ending up in the first round for better or worse.
Shock. Utter shock.
I mean, he's gonna go in the second, but he should go top 15. Anyways, moving on. Chiefs, that offense is pretty good. So we're gonna make it better.
I have heard that the Chiefs' offense is in fact pretty good.
Some people think they might win a Super Bowl one of these days.
Some say.
Some say. Get your futures. They do need some interior line help. Elijah Vera Tucker's been playing some tackle. I could see him going back to guard. Anyways, that you slice it, they probably need some help on that O-line. They've got older tackles. They will need to replace at some point, and they do need interior help. So this guy can plug in either spot.
Eric Fisher, last #1 overall pick to win a Super Bowl.
Hey, depth matters.
Get
Too.
that.
Get depth.
All right. So that wraps up the full first round mock
Please
draft.
attack us in the comments.
Please,
Please,
we
bring
want
it on.
you to. Please, if
We
obviously
are here to argue,
There is someone that didn't make it in this first round that we are well aware didn't make it the first
and
round.
you can
a
yell
couple
at us.
guys. There are a couple
We
guys.
stand by it.
Yeah, we stand by it. We know exactly. We did a video on him too, just to wink, wink. So yeah, there's a reason. Please like the video, subscribe to our channel, comment what you think about the mock draft. Who do you want your team to take, and what picks did you love in this mock draft, and what picks did you absolutely hate? Also, please comment what video you want us to do next. Obviously, we do a lot of scouting reports, but as you can see here, we try to do other stuff, mock drafts, other creative stuff too. So if you want more stuff like that, comment it, and we'll look at it, and you could give us some ideas for what we can do next. And please follow our Twitter and Instagram at Boom or Bust Draft, and check out the website below.
It's a good Twitter.
Is it good? Yeah, it's decent. So for PJ Clark, Tate Sigworth, and Nick Merriam, I'm Max Chadwick. Have a great night.